The playoff round concluded on The Voice this week, and now the top 12 are set to face off beginning November 20 for a chance to advance one step closer to becoming the season 13 champion. Coaches Adam Levine, Miley Cyrus, Jennifer Hudson and Blake Shelton each have 3 singers remaining. It's now out of the hands of the coaches as all the singers will take the stage Monday to compete for votes from viewers at home for the first time. In prior seasons we have seen clear frontrunners emerge as early as the blind auditions and hold on to that momentum all the way through the finale. But season 13 has such a depth and talent that it has become too close to call. It's truly any artist's season to lose. Gold Derby is now offering live blog coverage for each episode, including all of the recent playoff rounds on Monday, November 13th, Tuesday, November 14th and Wednesday, November 15th. Below I did my best to separate these singers based on who I believe has the early momentum, not necessarily who I believe will win. I took memorable moments, iTunes chart statistics and the social media following of each artist into consideration to create this week's power rankings of the top 12. Who do you think will win season 13? Sound off in the comments. See The Voice past winners for seasons 1 to 12. Photo gallery. 1. Noah Mack, Team Jennifer. Had anyone told me after the blind auditions that I would ever consider placing the season's teen heartthrob at the top of any power rankings, I would have insisted only plagiarism could be the reason. But the reality is that this kid has created memorable moments and absolutely dominates iTunes. His Twitter following has exploded, and although it's hard to believe someone like Noah could win The Voice, I have to respect his ability to draw in fans. And when those results episodes are decided by Twitter saves, you better believe Noah is the last artist anyone will want to face off against. So for now, I believe Noah has the momentum everyone should be trying to steal. 2. Addison and Jen, Team Adam. The complex texture of Addison's voice gives her such a natural ability to emote lyrics. Sure, there have been constant comparisons to Adele, but Addison's talent stands on its own. With each performance you can see her confidence build, and she captivates the audience without a need to overpower them. Her stage presence doesn't hurt, and I think she could be equally marketable to fans of pop, country and soul. 3. Kaisha Renee, Team Blake. One of the most interesting stories this season is that of Kaisha Renee. After growing up singing in a gospel choir in Inglewood, California, she went on to become a background singer for Nicki Minaj. None of that sounds like the typical path of someone with her hopes and dreams of becoming a country superstar. Blake is obsessed with the idea of her vocals soaring over country radio, and his support will take her a long way. Add to that the fact that she has the largest social media following of any contestant thus far, and a few great performances under her belt, and you have yourself an artist poised to go the distance. 4. John Miro, Team Adam. There is no all-around entertainer this season quite like John. He sings, dances and commands the stage in a way that is reminiscent of season 12 winner, Chris Blue. Although I found his early performances to be entertaining, I will admit that I found him to be less than genuine. That all changed when he delivered his spine-tingling playoff performance of When We Were Young. Now the sky is the limit for him, and with the right coaching he could be another threat to win. 5. Brooke Simpson, Team Miley. On paper, I'm not sure anyone this season fits the profile of a Voice winner as much as Brooke. The pop powerhouse was plucked from obscurity and has absolutely wowed the coaches at every turn. She's likable, and with each performance she seems to become even more confident on stage. I'm not certain she has found the perfect song for her voice yet, but when she does, expect fireworks. 6. Chloe Kahansky, Team Blake. With her performance of Landslide in the Knockouts, Chloe arguably had the biggest moment of the season. Weeks later, her recording of that song is still charting on iTunes. Her raspy, rock-tinged voice is able to deliver gut-wrenching lyrics to perfection. But other than that standout performance, she's kind of stayed in the middle of the pack. Perfect song choice will be key for her, because her voice isn't as big as most of her competitors. 7. Adam Cunningham, Team Adam. When I first saw Cunningham sing, I thought to myself, he is going to win The Voice. The soulful country artist is always a threat, and he is one of the best this series has ever produced. He was a match made in heaven for Blake, but unfortunately he was passed along to Team Adam. While I believe Levine's stock went up with this force in country on his team, Cunningham's stock went down when he lost Blake as his mentor. But this could very well be the first country winner that is not from Team Blake. 8. Davin Fleming, Team Jennifer. Davin is like a male version of his coach, Jennifer, which makes them the perfect match. They both have big voices. They both love Whitney Houston. They both were raised in the church. But Davin seems to have a bit of a wall up when he sings. He can hit all of these amazing notes, but there is a passion that isn't translating to the audience. If he can work through those issues, there aren't many in the competition that can compete with his vocal gymnastics. 9. Janice Freeman, Team Miley. Janice is a total wild card, and I feel like I always count her out, and then she comes roaring onto the stage and proves me wrong. Could that happen all season? Possibly. She's the most fierce diva of the season, and she holds nothing back when she performs. I do believe her audience may be limited, which is why she ranks lower than she would if this series was actually about an artist's voice alone. 10. Red Marlowe, Team Blake. Red has an old-school country voice that his coach, Blake, loves. And he really is a good singer. But watching him on stage at times has felt like watching paint dry. I'd prefer to listen to his record than watch him perform, and he's not going to win unless he comes out of his shell a bit. But I'm nearly certain his traditional country crooning will get him at least halfway through the season. 11. Cheyenne Jones, Team Jennifer. I think I love Cheyenne more than most people this season, which is the only reason I have her toward the bottom. It's because I can see the potential of this 16-year-old diva in training, and her voice is incredible. She just doesn't really know how to put a complete song together from beginning to end. That being said, she is fun to watch, and she reminds me of Aaliyah Molden from season 12, who was never considered a threat in the early rounds, but ended up making it all the way to third place. 12. Ashland Craft, Team Miley. Ashland is a great artist, and the fact that I have her in last place right now only speaks to the level of talent this season. I love her gritty, badass country vixen vibe. I don't necessarily think Miley chooses great songs for her though. And if I'm being honest, I would have preferred either Mariah Formica or Carly Webster in Ashland's place, which is why she ranks last on my list. But she has plenty of time to prove me wrong. See The Voice, all 10 coaches ranked from best to worst. You can now start making winner and elimination predictions for The Voice. Also be sure to make your predictions for Dancing with the Stars, Survivor and more reality show to help set their racetrack odds. You can keep changing your predictions until just before the live shows air. You'll compete to win bragging rights and a $100 Amazon gift certificate on any shows with live episodes. See our contest rules and sound off with other fans in our reality TV forum. Read more Gold Derby entertainment news.